profiles. In other words, the type of person that would find value in each of those videos is not the same. There's some overlap, but there's also a lot of difference. So if you do this, the algorithm gets really confused. It has no idea what your next video is going to be, and so it doesn't know which of those subsets to push it to. And when that confidence is down, the algorithm pushes you less, the click-through is lower, your videos don't do as well, and you grow way slower. This is an example of an audience mismatch. If your content audience fit is misaligned, your channel will not grow. And I know this because my first YouTube channel, which literally has an interview with me and Mark Zuckerberg, is a dead channel. Nothing I post is going to grow on there. And that's because I tried making tech videos, but I also tried vlogs and these content breakdowns and entrepreneurial blueprints. All four of those video types were actually kind of good, but the targeting on that profile was all over the place. And this is the really important part. The reason I tried to make all of those different types of videos is because I made the critical mistake of assuming that the game was me making videos about the type of stuff that I liked. Because I assumed that if people subscribe to my channel for me, then all the different stuff I liked, they would like. And this is a massive, massive flaw in logic. Because here's the brutal truth. People are not watching for you. They're watching for them. They like you as the messenger, but they're primarily there for the message. Whether it's motivation, inspiration, tactics, comedy, entertainment, they watch your stuff because they're getting something out of it for themselves. So by making 4 different types of videos for 4 different audience profiles across 4 different sets of needs, you're actually alienating all of them. And worse, the algorithm doesn't know which of the 4 to push to next. To grow on YouTube, you need the algorithm to be really good at finding new people that are not currently subscribed to you. And the easiest way to help it find those people is for every single one of your videos to be super valuable for the same audience profile. All right, so what does all this tactically mean for you? How can you take this and tweak your strategy on YouTube? Let me lay it out exactly. When you're starting your channel, you need to start out with the audience, not the topic. Imagine your audience is a single person, one individual. Who are they? What are the sets of problems or interests that they're interested in solving? You need to make videos week after week after week for that one person. And if they truly are your dream viewer and you truly make videos that help them, there are likely going to be thousands of other people exactly like them that the algorithm will go find for you. For example, on this channel, I make videos for entrepreneurs that are trying to grow faster with content to build bigger businesses. This has always been my focus. Every single video I make has been for that exact same audience, entrepreneurs, for that exact same purpose to grow their business in the exact same way with content on social media. And because I've been so militantly narrow from the beginning, the algorithm has gotten really, really good at helping me find more of those entrepreneurs. If I make 22 videos in a row that resonate super deeply for this audience, then the algorithm's pretty sure that number 23 is also gonna resonate deeply. And because of that, it pushes my stuff more. Now, the worst thing I could possibly do, now that I have that algorithm focused and trained on 23 videos in a row, is violate that consistency with some random video. I think of this audience matching phenomenon kind of like playing a form of internet darts. The more you throw darts at this same board, the bigger and bigger the target gets, it gets easier and easier for you to hit it. This increasing of the board is the algorithm helping you. But if you throw one dart at this board, a second dart at that board, a third dart at this board, all the boards start getting smaller because the algorithm doesn't want your off-target darts messing up the board. Once you pick an audience avatar, you're allowed to experiment wildly with different types of formats. Think of those like different shapes of darts, but you need to be super narrow and disciplined with the audience focus, the board you throw to. And here's the last thing I'll say on this to prove to you how important this is. On this channel, I made my biggest video about storytelling that just hit 1 million views. Well, I posted that exact same video on the Zuck channel, literally the exact same video, and it was capped at 1,700 views. Same video, wrong avatar, audience mismatch. All right, now lesson number 2 is super counterintuitive, and this will save so many of you. When you start a YouTube channel, your intuition is that when you make a video, you want to post and share that video on all your other social platforms to get people to come watch it. You'll tweet about it, you'll put it on Instagram stories, you'll make a LinkedIn post. Do not do this. It is crushing your YouTube growth. And let me explain exactly why. Think of every social media platform like a highway. The viewers on those platforms are driving cars at different speeds. So short form videos like the Autobahn, let's say it's 90 miles an hour. Twitter is maybe 75 miles an hour. YouTube is maybe 50 miles an hour. People watching YouTube have their brains clocked at 50 miles an hour. That's what normal looks like to them. So when they see your video come up organically on the YouTube home feed and they click it, the speed and delivery and pace is kind of exactly what they're expecting to watch. But when you post about a YouTube video on Instagram Reels or Stories, some other platform, this takes someone who's driving at 90 miles an hour and forces them to immediately ramp down to 50. This is a mismatch from what their baseline is. And so what happens is they click, they go to the YouTube video, they watch for 30 seconds, and then they bounce because it wasn't the consumption pattern and speed that their brain was clocked at. Now, maybe they churn because the speed was too slow. Maybe they churn because they didn't have the full 15 minutes to watch the YouTube video. But whatever it is, they churn. And this sends a super negative signal back to the YouTube algorithm because the algorithm is only evaluating your video on really two factors. One is click-through rate, how many people click the thumbnail and get to the video, and two is average view duration. How much does an average viewer actually watch of your video? When someone clicks your link from Instagram Stories or any of those other platforms, you don't actually get credit for the click-through rate because they never clicked the thumbnail, they went straight to the video. And then their average view duration is super short, 30 seconds or 1 minute, because of the miles per hour problem. So it's actually a double negative that you do not want. And this double negative nukes the metrics because it signals to the algorithm, hey, don't push this video on the homepage, people are clicking and not liking. This is a disaster for growth. So the question is, what should you do? How should you approach this? And the answer is, you should do nothing. Personally, I have 800,000 followers on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, LinkedIn, all the other platforms. Not a single one of them knows that I post videos on YouTube because YouTube wants people that like YouTube to keep liking YouTube and keep watching YouTube. So I figured, let's just let YouTube do its thing. I don't want to cloud the algorithm with anything. It's good at finding people if you stay aligned, to my point before. So let's just let it do its thing. In a way, this trains the algorithm that all of the work is on it to grow the channel, and it's actually really good at that. Now, if you just can't help yourself, you have this huge following on social media, you're brand new on YouTube, you really want to tell people, you can do it, but absolutely do not post a link. Take a screenshot of the thumbnail, put that thumbnail on Stories or tweet about it, make people go into YouTube, search your name in the search bar, find that thumbnail and click it. Even though their viewer duration might be low because of the miles per hour issue, at least you get credit for the click-through rate, which helps one of the two metrics. Now, I will say the only cross-platform content medium that does work well to share your YouTube links is email. And the reason why is because while YouTube is at 50 miles an hour, email is more like 20 miles an hour. And people are willing to go from slow to fast. They're not willing to go from fast to slow. And so if you want to help grow and you have an email list, sharing your YouTube links in email can actually be a huge help. By the way, before I keep going, you can probably tell I don't really think about content the same way as everybody else. If you like the way I think about this stuff, I've got two other things in the description for free that you're probably gonna like. The first one is called Virality Blueprint, and this is my approach to dissecting how virality actually works. It's a 5-day email series. You can subscribe below, completely free. It's at viralityblueprint.com. And the second thing is I write a weekly newsletter about this stuff where I share these kind of hidden gem behind the scenes tactics that I don't talk about on YouTube. That's called Content Department. You can subscribe to that at content.game. All right, let's keep going. Now, the third lesson is to understand how the psychology of being a small channel works and how viewers actually perceive you. Here's how social media and content psychology really plays out. People will more freely click and stay on your profile once your following passes a social credibility line. Let's say that line is 2,000 subscribers. So what actually happens is if you only have 200 subscribers or a video with like 64 views, people may see your title thumbnail and actually get intrigued. But then they'll look and see the small subscribers or small views and